Cassava's ability to grow well in poor soils and withstand drought make it an ideal crop to cultivate in places where other crops struggle. Nigeria is the world's largest producer of cassava, and the crop thrives in its soils. Cassava is said to be the third largest source of food carbohydrates in the tropics after rice and maize. Cassava was said to have found its way to Africa by the Portuguese traders from Brazil in the 16th century. In several communities in Edo State, similar methods are used in processing cassava to get garri. The first stage in planting cassava is to cut the stems into sizes, and after the preparation of the soil, the stems are planted 5 meters apart, horizontally or vertically.
This is the eye bulb. So when you are planting, the eye bulb will face the air, not inside the soil. So when you are planting,
why?
By the time you plant, when it faces, it will not grow.
All right, I've just planted cassava now. I'm expected to come back here in another 12 months to uproot this cassava for garri. Ensure that you protect my cassava farm. All right. To harvest the cassava, the farmer cuts the stems off the cassava and pulls out of the soil. The next stage is peeling of the cassava, washing with clean water to remove sand, and grinding in a mill. Some farmers who prefer red garri will add red oil, while others prefer white garri. In some instances, some of the farmers will give 2 to 3 days to allow the grinded cassava to ferment and have sour taste. Next is the dewatering of the cassava, drying, sieving, and then fried. This is the final stage of cassava processing. We're frying it manually at the moment. For some persons who could afford the machine for frying, they will, but this is what is common in most rural areas. Some of the farmers shared their cassava farming experience.
People, they like to eat garri, and then white or red.
Like garri farm now they carry. You don't pass 15 years when they do this cassava farm now.
Farming is very good. We need the support of the government so that it can also build up some little youths that are coming up so that they can go into farming, because it's difficult to farm.
What are the health benefits of eating garri? An agriculturist who is also the permanent secretary, Ministry of Agriculture and Natural Resources, Mr. Peter Ayakwamogbe, said garri is an important source of carbohydrates which provides energy. While garri is usually a safe food, there are safety and hygiene issues involved that must be addressed.
It's safe to roast cassava after one day, and it's very safe. We still find people who have roast garri and sun dry. That is not good at all. We have done a lot of campaigns to stop this.
For those who like to eat garri in any form, experts have advised that the garri must be properly covered to guarantee safety. All right, it's time for us to have a taste of our garri. Very tasty, it's very dry. Do you want to join me? Best Mbiere reporting.